nobody's trying to hurt you. It's just how, if you were a central banker today, what would you do? Because the system would collapse if you raised interest rates. The system would collapse if you don't keep on, and so they're stuck. And that's what, and I'm not sure how many in this room, I actually should by a show of hands, how many people hold Bitcoin? Not bad, not bad. What I would recommend highly for anybody who doesn't, get off zero, like today. We'll talk a little bit about it. But what is it? It's an open decentralized network that as people are voting for a new money, essentially by stopping creative destruction at the economy level, creative destruction moved to the monetary level. That's what's happening. And so you have a network that's expanding really fast, that's lowering threshold costs, that's open for anybody, and no one can stop it. It's impossible to stop. And I'm sure there'll be some questions there, but and what I like about it, I don't need wealth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin could go to zero for me. That's actually not why I'm in it. But if you think about this as a transition mechanism to get to the other side, we know we're in a system that can't work. And I like to think of business examples in a company, and most times in a company, what a company does is drive them off the cliff by protecting the status quo. And if you looked at what central bankers today and all this entire globe, it's driving them off a cliff by protecting the status quo. And what the greatest companies do is they put a research lab outside of the main company that does something different. Think iPhone, blocked from the rest of the company. Nobody even knew it was there because it had to emerge without this thinking to be the new company. And you need, and what I'd call that is, you need to think of this as a network transfer. People need to move to a system, because if you measured your world in Bitcoin, you would see what I'm talking about. You'll see deflation forever. So people think about it as pricing going up, prices of Bitcoin going up, but the more important thing is everything is coming down in relation to Bitcoin. It's the most true sense of what the free market is looking like. Highly volatile, it's still early, very early in that cycle. Remember how volatile Amazon was early in the cycle? And Bitcoin right now is growing at the same rate as the internet. But it's growing at the same rate of the internet, and if you take an overlay of when, 1998. Google wasn't invented until 2000. Facebook not till 2008. Most of the value came on the second layer of Bitcoin, of the internet, and that's a similar thing that's happening here. But more importantly, it allows people to move from one system to another. Now I know that's really hard to grasp today with Bitcoin, and again, but that's hard to grasp because you're projecting present Bitcoin forward, just like Paul Krugman in 1998 predicted present internet forward. But a network effect that gets stronger and stronger as technology moves to that and gets better and better looks very different on the other side. And that's what that looks like. And it's emergent. So it actually does its job by redistributing power to everyone else. And think about what technology does at its core. Technology, in any company, in any business, you have a monopoly. The technology changes the rules to allow more people into the system. It reduces friction cost. And so when you think about that in Bitcoin specifically, that's actually what it's doing. And as people are joining that system, it's actually making it stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's so the number of people that will hold or defend or building towards it is staggering today, and getting some of the smartest minds around building this network. And so again, that prediction problem, people are predicting what it is today forward instead of saying what it will turn into. I'm going to end with this just before I open it up for questions. But ultimately, you have this dilemma. You have abundance in money, which equals scarcity everywhere else. And I'm specifically talking where we are moving with technology. Or scarcity in money, which drives abundance everywhere else.